Hey, PT for Studio Live today, and in this episode 20 of GarageBand Quick Jams, we're going to be looking at quantization. What is quantization? Well, quantization corrects the timing of your notes here in your GarageBand project. Now, that sounds like some crazy voodoo stuff, yeah? Well, you're about to find out how to do it. Let's go. Okay, so this GarageBand Quick Jam is going to be a little bit different because the best way to show quantization is to show you an example of quantization being used right here in a song. Let's record some drums now, and then I'll show you how quantization can make me a better drummer. Okay, so there is our very basic kick and snare pattern. If we play that back now, it's going to sound a bit like this. Not bad, right? I did a pretty good job, or did I? I have a secret here, and that secret is quantization. We're going to go into our settings here, go to track settings, go to quantization, and you'll see immediately that I have a straight 16th note quantization here, which has helped me put those beats right on the grid. And to show you what I mean, I'm going to tap here, tap again, and go to edit. And now I'll go into my edit window, and what we can see here is that these beats are lined up on this 16th note grid. If you don't know about 16th and quarter and 32nd notes, don't worry. Just understand that 16th notes means there's 16 separate sections to a 4-beat bar. So this is going to line up all of these hits, and this is why it's sounding like it's right on the beat. Okay, so time to do something scary. Let's turn off quantization. We're going to do the same thing and go into edit and have a look at our notes now. And what do we see here? Yes, we can see I was early on that hit. I was late on that hit, late on that hit. So my natural drumming is not going to hit these notes right on. And if I play this back now, it'll sound like this. So not terrible, but certainly not great. Now, quantization has a few different levels of settings. So we can quantize right down to the quarter note, which means there's only 4 beats per bar. And we're going to get a wacky kind of sound like this. Actually, that sounds kind of cool, but not what I'm going for here. So it's only going to let it hit 1 time every beat. So only 4 hits per 4-beat bar. Now, if we go up to 32nd or 64th note, this is only going to quantize a small amount. So if I have it on 64th note, let's play back and hear what this sounds like. So not too bad, and if we go in again and go to the edit window, we can see now that it's lined these up, but only a small amount. So it's only done it to these small sections. So you can think of it as the more quantization, so the larger amount, the less it's going to do. If you quantize right down to a quarter or an 8th note, it's going to quantize a lot and really line you up to those beats, which is great for things like EDM music, where you want to have that line up. Not so great for a pop punk type song like this. Now, you'll also notice that we have triplet and we have swing quantization. So think of triplet as having 3 beats for every beat. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if you have a rhythm like that and you want it a bit more loose, you can use that. And what about swing? Well, swing is your classic do, 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 do. If you're using some jazz music or some swing music, throw swing on there and you'll get a looser feel to your quantization. So what instruments can use quantization? Well, anything that uses MIDI note information. So that's any of our virtual instruments, our strings, our keys, our guitar, our bass, our drums. And you can tell the difference because you can see our drum here has these MIDI note information, and when we have our actual recorded instruments and vocals, they have these waveforms. So if we're seeing these lines, we can quantize. If we have a waveform, unfortunately, we cannot quantize here in GarageBand. And that is it for yet another GarageBand Quick Jam. If you've got comments, questions, or suggestions, you know where to leave them, and I will see you next time.